Okay, Garrett, Guarantee News, GS Studios, I'm coming to cover something really quickly that I didn't cover on my YouTube for the Israel-Iran conflict for the first video I did on my YouTube. If you haven't watched that, go back and watch that. Basically, in it, I talk about the MAGA being split, but maybe America as well being split on our responsibility to get into the conflict between Israel and Iran. I talk about why we would get involved. I talk about Trump's Truth Social post, all of those things. It's nice. It's a nice little rundown, little skinny of what's going on. We're going to continue to cover it. And I meant to show this video, and I'm about to film another video, so definitely always subscribe to GS Studios and follow me on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. But here's a video of Benjamin Netanyahu, which is the prime minister, the leader of Israel, and it's talking about warning Iran is close to a nuclear weapon going back to 1996. The reason I wanted to show this in this video, in my past video, and the reason I want to show this now, and I'm about to make like a 1-minute video about it and just post it on my YouTube, maybe post it on TikTok, is because this is getting into that conversation of what is the reasoning that is pulling America, Donald Trump, into this conflict between Israel and Iran. What is the language they're using, and how are they using it, and how are they trying to get Americans to also get behind the need to send American military technology, planes, missiles, intelligence, use our intelligence, use actual manpower to go and put American lives and get us into a war that we maybe have nothing to do with? What is the language that people are using to start this, and how is it done? And is this language something that is valid and real, or is it something that is trying to get Americans to get behind something that we shouldn't get behind? And the overall questions of what is making Trump get behind this, because again, I talked about this in this episode, the past episode, Israel and Iran conflict. Trump switched from earlier this week, it's June 18th, Trump switched earlier this week from kind of being 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I don't want to do this. There was reports that Israel had a plan to kill Iran's supreme leader, and Trump stopped it because he didn't want to escalate it even quicker. Now he's fully escalating it, and he's fully seeming to be, in just 2 or 3 days, fully on board with Israel and saying that we need to stop this. And I think CNN is posting these to just say they've been close to a nuclear weapon for 10 years. What's going on? So let's watch this.
The deadline for attaining this goal is getting extremely close. And Iran, by the way, is also outpacing Iraq in the development of ballistic missile systems that they hope will reach the eastern seaboard of the United States within 15 years. By next spring, at most, by next summer, at current enrichment rates, they will have finished the medium enrichment and move on to the final stage. From there, it's only a few months, possibly a few weeks, before they get enough enriched uranium for the first bomb. The foremost sponsor of global terrorism could be weeks away from having enough enriched uranium for an entire arsenal of nuclear weapons. That would place a militant Islamic terror regime weeks away from having the fissile material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs.
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months, less than a year.
Okay, and that's Abby Phillips. Shout out to Abby Phillips. Big fan of Abby Phillips. All right, I'm not telling you what to think. I'm not saying that they're lying to us and trying to get Americans emotionally involved in a war so that they can do it and still keep the political hype up and still get their votes and shit. They being Republicans, being MAGA, being Trump and his fan base. I'm not telling you that's what's happening. And I'm not telling you that Iran is not close to making a nuclear weapon. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a kid in his room. I'm just a man in his room who cares about news, just trying to show you a bunch of shit and try and maybe lead you on different ways to think. What do I know? I'm also not saying I know how long it takes to create nuclear weapons. Maybe it does take 10 years, and maybe 10 years they were close, and maybe in the last few months they got some big new scientist that they probably Israel. Maybe they got some big scientist that knows, how to do this and is speeding things up. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just showing you a video and having you to maybe think about possibilities, a lot of possibilities, and decide which one you think of more. That's all I'm going to say with this quick video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to GS Studios, GSTEWDIOS on YouTube. Like all my videos and comment what you think. And as usual, if you watch any of these videos, tell me what you think. If you know me, text me, DM me, find a way. If you're watching this, I would assume you have a way to contact me. But if you don't, go to my Twitter, Geo Studios, GSTEWDIOS. Go to my Instagram, go to my TikTok, those same names, Geo Studios, GSTEWDIOS, and DM me. Tell me what I should talk about. Show me something to read. Show me what you care about that needs to be talked about on the news, and I will talk about it. Thank you for watching. That is a wrap on a very quick episode.